Padmaja, let me make this point clear for once and all. In this country, elections are always going. Had we done it 6 months ago, they would have said Madhya Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Telangana, they are all under elections. Why are you doing it now? हर समय तो इस देश में चुनाव होते रहता है. एनीथिंग दैट यू डू, सीए को अभी लागू किया, चुनाव में फायदा लेने किया है. पहले कर देते तो मध्य प्रदेश में इसका फायदा हो जाता. वी नीड टू गो बियॉन्ड दिस माइंडसेट. वी नीड टू गो बैक टू द स्पीच ऑफ द ऑनरेबल प्राइम मिनिस्टर फ्रॉम द रैम्पेट्स ऑफ रेड फोर्ट. From the ramparts of Red Fort, Honorable Prime Minister said, the two cancers of Indian public life, भारतीय राजनीति के दो कैंसर हैं, भ्रष्टाचार और परिवारवाद, corruption and dynasty. And I think it is an effort in that direction. You tell me one evidence, everything is done after observing the rule of law. Everything is done after observing the judicial process. This is just beyond my comprehension. I urge the respected spokesperson from the BRS to give us one evidence. Everything suggests towards the involvement of BRS's K. Kavitha in the liquor scam. But
all right, so the Enforcement Directorate arrest order, Dinesh Chaudhary says, and I quote, Srimati Kalva Kuntala Kavitha is found guilty of offence of money laundering defined under Section 3 of PMLA and punishable under Section 4 of PMLA. They say they are well within their rights. What are you questioning? The timing, the intent, the law, or the legality? And why are you connecting it to elections?
Padmaja, everybody in the country clearly knows ED is nothing but the alter ego of Modi. Just before elections, every time they try to threaten, coerce and frighten the opposition parties. And this was the same case scenario you have seen in September. Just before Telangana assembly elections were coming on forth, they have issued notices to Kavitha ji and they have harassed her. See, there are some nuances where they clearly say in the law that a woman can't be kept in police interrogation or anything after 6 p.m. But ED has violated those and harassed her, so she has sought legal remedy. And ED has clearly mentioned in Supreme Court that we won't arrest her or take any action against her until the matter is solved in the Supreme Court. But today they have clearly violated it. And we know these sort of tactics are being employed by BJP on opposition parties throughout India. Look at the cases where only opposition parties are being hounded and all the corrupt politicians who later on joined BJP, ED doesn't even move an inch towards them. Look at the case of Subhendu Adhikari. Look at the case of Himanta Biswa Sharma. Look at the case of Narayan Rane. Look at the case of Sujna Chaudhary. There are many instances. I can go on quoting all of them. But let me tell you, Modi ji and his BJP, I know they are very much, apprehensive of BRS and KCR ji because we have the guts to take them on.
Okay, before you respond to that, Guru Prakash, is the BJP trying to annihilate the BRS, JVC Shriram by using its agencies? Is it entirely a coincidence that this arrest happens today and on a day when actually a seat sharing was announced by the BRS with the BSP? The BRS today announced that 2 Lok Sabha seats, Nagar Kurnool and Hyderabad, will be given to the BSP to fight. So they have got their alliance in place. They are getting ready to fight. The BJP wanted to defang them and make Telangana a two-party fight. BJP versus Congress, defang the BRS.
Good evening, Padmaja. Good evening to you and your viewers and the panelists. The point here is that I think the law has taken its own course. It's been speculated for the last, say, probably 18 months that Kavitha could be arrested. And today, she has been arrested. And I think the member from the BRS party knows pretty well that the ministers who were in AAP government in Delhi, including the Deputy Chief Minister, Manish Sisodia, who has been arrested by the Enforcement Directorate, Sendil Balaji, a sitting minister in the DMK government, arrested by the Enforcement Directorate, the courts have not given them relief, which means prima facie, the Enforcement Directorate has got certain evidence in its hands which they are able to argue in front of the courts of law. And in fact, I would like to ask the members from Bharatiya Rashtriya Samiti that if ED is acting as an alibi of Modi ji, then What happens to the Supreme Court and various courts? So this whole thing, because this is of no consequence. Let me tell you, the BRS-BSP alliance is of absolutely no consequence.
But
BRS
tell me
is
again,
reeling down.
is it an entire coincidence, JVC Shriram, and actually Guru Prakash can also answer this, that on the 11th of March, you had 4 BRS ex-legislators join the BJP. The speculation is that they are going to be fielded by the BJP for the Lok Sabha elections. And then another agency raid, then another arrest.
No, Bhagwaj, I would like to clarify here. A couple of weeks back, income tax had raided the BJP candidate from Maheshwaram constituency in Hyderabad. Now, what would you say? If you say that income tax, ED and CBI and all those people only acts on the opposition members, I want to bring it to your notice that because I live in Hyderabad, Maheshwaram MLA contestant, there was a raid, income tax raid, which had taken place, which had come in the news item. And so, see, you cannot see. I don't know whether it's coincidence.
Okay.
I don't know what ED has on its hands. But all I can tell you that the alliance between BRS and BSP is of no consequence. It is a non-event. It is a non-issue. And as far as BRS members coming and joining BJP, they're also going and joining a Congress party.
Okay, before Mr.
BRS
Chaudhary
is
responds,
designated.
you know, we had a letter which was issued by the advocate of Ms. Kavitha, and Mr. P. Mohit Rao, in fact, the BRS is saying that there was a stay on the arrest of Ms. Kavitha, but ED sources are now just telling us that actually there was no stay on the arrest of K. Kavitha. That is the big news that we are getting right now. Let's get more details on that from Bhavtosh. Bhavtosh, in fact, very categorically, it has been said that apparently 19th was the next date of hearing, and until then, there was relief from coercive action that was granted to the MLC. What are your sources telling you?
Padmaja, as far as this confusion or ambiguity is concerned, what sources within ED are saying that as far as this entire matter is concerned, there are a clutch of petitions that have been filed which have questioned the jurisdiction of ED's headquarters, that's in New Delhi, as to whether summons can be issued by ED headquarters and persons can be called here in Delhi and questioned in offences that have been committed outside Delhi. Now, those petitions have been filed and Supreme Court is hearing that matter, and they are saying that no stay was given to K. Kavitha and no stay from arrest was given to K. Kavitha, and they are within their rights to arrest her. Now, this matter has been pending in the Supreme Court for a long time, and they have said that tomorrow she will be produced in the court and the court will be explained specifically why she has been arrested, and all papers will be presented in the court. As far as this entire matter is concerned, she was questioned way back in December 2022, first by the CBI and then subsequently on 3 occasions since last March, and then summons were issued to her in October and November by the Enforcement Directorate. They as in like ED has claimed that there has been no illegality as far as the arrest is concerned.
Okay.
They have also mentioned that there was no stay on arrest by any higher courts with respect to K. Kavitha, and they are within their rights to arrest K. Kavitha.
Okay.